All right, Jake Shields, somebody I didn't necessarily expect to see out here in Connecticut. It's been some time. How you doing, man? You're out here cornering Patchy Mix, right?
Yeah, I've been out here cornering Patchy. I only met him a few months ago, but he was talented right away. I started working with him right away, and he's already extremely talented. So, but I think I helped him tune some things up, and he's impressive. I think he's gonna go out there, and I expect him to win tonight and get another title shot and win that title.
And I guess a big thing, I was listening to you have a new podcast. I've seen you more active on Twitter. I've just started to see you around a little bit more. So you're kind of, my understanding is you're re-entering the MMA world a little bit?
I've been involved in the sport for around 20 years, so I got a little burnt out, kind of stopped watching it, stopped being involved for a couple of years. I needed a little break, but now I'm starting to enjoy it again. Started watching a lot of fights again. Started coaching guys. Decided to try a little podcast, give that a try. Yeah. Kind of a fun thing to do. Start watching fights and breaking them down, and just get involved in the sport again.
That's great, man. And I guess what did Jake Shields do in the past year when he was away from the sport? Because you have your own gym, right? Too.
I was out with Gil Mendez running his gym.
Right.
We got shut down in California. We were over a year not being allowed to open. He ended up having to shut down, open a new location. A year and a half of back rent wasn't really realistic. So he's still doing that, and I decided to get out of San Francisco with everything being closed there for over a year. So I bounced out of there, and that's why I moved to Vegas.
Yeah, so you're kind of a full-fledged coach now, trying to help train the pros in Vegas. Is that what you think the outlook is?
Not necessarily a full-fledged coach, but definitely doing that part-time. It wasn't something I was planning on doing. I just moved to Vegas, and all the guys were training. Some guys were asking me for help, and I was like, okay, this is a fun way to stay involved in the sport. And since I'm not fighting anymore, I can still be involved with fights, and it feels good to be out of here to camp. It's not quite the same as fighting, but almost that same feeling.
Yeah, so it's kind of a case-by-case basis. You'll kind of work with individuals. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I teach a couple classes, but mostly it's individuals that I like and guys I think that I could, help reach the high level. I'm not trying to. I'll help anyone out here and there, but the guys that I put seriously time in are the guys are taking it really serious, and guys think they win world titles.
Yeah, and why Xtreme Couture? I know you kind of paired with them a little bit, right?
It's just, I kind of hopped around a few gyms in Vegas and liked it out there, got along with the coaches, the guys, and, so many fighters there, so it made sense to train with the guys there.
Yeah, Eric's a great guy, and I know exactly. They're on team on the rise again. They were a great team back in the day, and now they're resurfacing with Francis, who I know you got to work with a little bit. What was that like? There's so much made about Francis's ground game, trying to get him better, and it seems like you were a good fit to be the guy.
Yeah, I only very mildly work with Francis. He's a guy I helped with a few times here and there, but he does pick up stuff really quick. I'm not saying he's good at jiu-jitsu, but he has good awareness. He has good body movement. He's able to scramble out of most things, and he actually has good top control. He has a few submissions, and it's I think if he puts some more time seriously, he actually could be good at jiu-jitsu because his movement, he picks up stuff so fast, and he's so strong and explosive.
Who are some of the other guys that you've worked with so far?
I got some brand new pros that are unknown to spend some time with. There's a lot of guys helping out. Danny Gay, there's a bunch of guys here and there.
Yeah, in the podcasting game, do you like doing stuff like that? Do you like kind of being on that? Would you ever do analysis or try to be on a broadcast or anything?
I maybe would. Like I said, something I'm new to watching the fights and trying to break them down a little bit from a technical standpoint. But having been involved in the sport so many years and understanding the sport, I think it's easier for me to break down fights than a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. And what's your fighting future? I think I tried to look back, and I think there was an interview you did about a year ago from now, and you said, I'm not retired. I still might compete. Where are you at in terms of your competition?
Yeah, I've been competing some grappling stuff, and that's a fun way to keep me active, pro grappling. And
for sure.
Same thing as far as fighting. I'm not saying I wouldn't fight again, but it's unlikely at this point. If I had some kind of offer for another guy who's a big name, who's a little older, I'm not trying to fight these tough young up and coming kids, but I'd fight another guy that's been around forever. An opportunity like that was there, but other than that, I'm not actively looking for fights.
Yeah, is it tough to wind down for somebody like you who's gone and kind of you've accomplished so much in the sport on one hand, but I'm sure it must be a little weird not preparing for fights.
Oh yeah, when you fought for 20 years, it's hard to walk away. I think that's why you see so many guys fighting past their prime, because it's you're part of it is you obviously want the money, but it's also that's what you've known so long, the getting ready for the camps, the training, the dedication. You're used to that cycle of you're off for a couple months. We're still training off season, but you could have fun, party, enjoy life, and then all of a sudden it's this dedication for 8 weeks. All you're doing. When you stop doing that, it gets a little weird. You got nothing to prepare for, and that's why I've been staying involved with grappling. It gives me something not near as serious, but gives something to train for a little bit. And now here as well, helping other fighters. It's I'm not the one preparing, so it's not near as hard on my body, but it's still fun trying to help someone get ready for something like this.
For sure. And I guess what do when I was preparing for this interview, I was kind of thinking about your legacy, right? And I think everybody gravitates towards when they think of the greatest of all time, of people that held UFC titles, but for you, I mean, you had wins over multiple UFC champions. Your losses only came to the best of the best. So where do you feel like you stand in the mix when it comes to welterweight grades?
Yeah, I think I'm in the top 5. You know, I've beaten, like I said, 5 UFC champs. I beat, you know, it's hard to give exact numbers.
Sure.
It's like, you don't, you know, it gets, these things are all subjective, but I definitely beat so many good guys. And if you look at who I fought, like everyone, I never fought a guy with a losing record. And not only that, most of the guys I fought were like, you know, UFC. Even when I first started fighting, I was fighting like UFC level guys. So I definitely didn't get an easy path. But you know, you can't say exactly. These whole rankings get a little tricky, but I think I was definitely one of the best.
Yeah, so you must be pretty proud of the legacy. Like, as a guy that's, like you said, probably maybe not going to compete again.
Yeah,
you're pretty happy with the work.
Obviously, I would like to have beaten George St. Pierre and got the UFC title, but other than that, I set out to everything I wanted to accomplish. Got 5 other titles, beat 5 UFC champs, so I thought I did quite well. That's why I was sitting there too with fighting. It's like, okay, why am I still fighting if I've already accomplished so much?
Yeah. What do you think your favorite moment was from your career? Is there one? I know you've had so many. It's probably tough, but
yeah, again, that's, like I said, it's hard to say. You know, winning the Strikeforce title was great. Beating Dan Henderson, beating Hayato Sakurai, who most people now don't know who he is, but when I beat him, he was number 2 ranked in the world. Flew out to Japan and beat him when I was completely unknown. That was a great experience. Fighting GSP, even though I lost, it was, you know, in front of 55,000 fans. That was a surreal moment, walking out, seeing that many people, and just the whole energy that the city of Toronto had that week.
Yeah, for sure. I think we just had like an anniversary of that. Was it 10 years ago? Or?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw that online.
Yeah.
10-year anniversary. I'm like, wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I got to ask you too. You still stay in touch with the scrap pack with Nick and Nate?
Yeah.
Have you talked to them about their comebacks at all? You think they're raring to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, Nate was ready for his fight until I cut, and Nick, I know he's training and taking it serious again, but who knows if Daniel will put a deal together for him.
Yeah, will you be helping them at all, do you think, for their fights?
Well, I wasn't with Nate's last fight helping him just because I just moved to Vegas, but I definitely would. I'm definitely down to go out to Stockton for a couple weeks and help them out. Having trained with those guys for like around 20 years, I still definitely want to be part of their camps.
For sure. And Gilbert Melendez still doing well.
Yeah, like I said, he had to shut his gym down for a minute because the gyms in San Francisco. San Francisco is the most restrictive city, I believe, in the country. So they're still not letting anything be open. But he was able to close down. He got a new spot, and that's in the process of being opened up.
Well, that's good, man. We're moving forward, and I appreciate your time, Jake. Congrats on all the new gigs, and good luck with everything.
Cool, man. Thank you.